going to work, but oh, there it is. Oh, yes. Oh, whew. I know, Rennie, I know. I gave myself an extra hour to get home from work, but no, 5 different people had to crash. My God. So I took a different route. Other people had crashed on that route, but it was still like 17 minutes less. Still, I went from being an hour and a half to go 25 miles to an hour and like 12 minutes to go about the same. Just not on the highway. Good God. Oh, so I get home, right? I get home around 5:30. Like, okay, yeah, we're almost there. I turn on my computer. Now I've been on vacation. We'll get to that. And it's like, oh, updates. That was a good time. 20 minutes. 20 minutes of updates. And then another 10 minutes of just loading in. Be like, yeah, okay, we'll get everything up and running. It's fine. How is everyone doing, my God? All right. It's been a while, so bear with me. We're going to start this stream, like always, with some... Words are hard. Like I said, it's been a while. We're starting with some disclaimers. First of all, if there are audio issues, let me know, because I have no idea. I got an earpiece in that is not playing my audio back to me, and I got a little bar on this screen right here that tells me that audio is working, but I have no idea how the volume is. You guys gotta let me know. There is a delay, though. Additional disclaimers. This is a live stream. It is designed to be viewed live. If you're watching after the fact, thank you so much for watching after the fact. If you're here live, thank you so much for being here live. I know not all of you can make it, so those of you watching in the future, but you're present, good to see you here. But some of you continue to be like, this is a very boring. Why do they keep stopping and talking to people? Because that's the whole point, is audience interaction. That is the point. I will be sassy too if you're like, I just can't figure this out. I will 100% be sassy to you in the comment section. So, just so you know. Squeaky Chair. All right. Yep. Remembering that. That's a thing. Cool. So, yes, this is designed to be viewed live. It's going to go nuts. It's going to go off the rails. I'm going to get distracted. Bear with me for a second. But the first 5 to 10 minutes is going to be me just rambling, giving you the old news, the new news, the good news, etc., while people trickle in. So if you're watching this out of the fact, skip forward, 5-10 minutes. If you're watching this live, unless you've invented time travel, hook me up with that, by the way. It's not going to work. But if you're confused as to, how long is this, are you going to ramble? YouTube's been very good about making that very accessible. You slide the bar around. I'm sure we can all figure that out. But yes, we're going to be talking about some Metro State stuff. And I'm going to say this because I'm going to forget it. There are some copyright strikes being thrown around. Liquid on my desk. Anyway, so I'm going to make sure I'm well within fair use. So I'm going to be stopping, starting, pausing, discussing the stuff we're going to talk about. It's going to be a lot of pauses. It's going to, stop and start and stop and start. If you don't like that, unfortunately, that's how it's going to be. Here's your warning early in the video. If you don't like that, you can always watch the original, and it won't be stopped and started by me. For those of you who remember CP, he's still out there. And which brings me to donations real quick. I'm going to get to that, and we're going to go back to CP. For those of you who are donating, thank you so much. We've got Big thank you. Oh, well, it's good to be back. Have I gotten some insight about that whole situation? I haven't really been digging too hard. Linda Live, thank you so much. I missed you all too. I had a lovely vacation. We'll get to that. While I let people trickle in. James, be extra sassy with us. Don't mind if I do. Right. We'll get to that as well, for those of you who are forgetting how this all works. CP, he's the guy who's very, very upset. He's in Scotland somewhere, according to him. He's very, very upset that I take your donations, because he's like, you already have a tax-funded job. You shouldn't still be taking from citizens. First of all, no. If I'm taking your taxes because you live in Washington State and you are paying for the National Guard, which I am a part of. I don't do this stuff while I'm with the National Guard doing that training, etc. So no, that's not what this is. Also, I have a full-time job. This is true. It is not tax funded. It is funded by people who pay for my services as an investigator. It goes through a bigger company, and then they send me places, and I do my thing. All right? It's not tax funded. It's absurd. They actually take taxes from me, those jerks. But he's very, very, very upset that people are donating. Like, you have a full-time job? Yes. And then I also do this. And this takes up a lot of my time. And if people are enjoying it, I have no problem with donating. If you don't want to donate, it's like a multi-step process. Please do not do it. If you do want to donate, fantastic. I take compliments in the comment section as well. If you cannot donate, please don't. I had someone in one of my earlier streams be like, I'm on a fixed income and I can't afford this, but here you go. And I was like, I feel terrible now. Please don't do that, folks. I'm just happy that you're here. Aaron, thank you. CP can be quiet, says Aaron, and hopefully the stream gods get off your back. It's like fate tried to stop your stream from happening, right? I think Jennifer's paying someone upstairs, you know what I'm saying? McAddicts, thank you so much. You work for the government. Have some of their money. So thank you, Canadian government. But yeah, he's... feel free to donate and piss him off. He made up fake rape allegations against me because he thought it was funny. So I have no problem with that. Yes, where was I? I was on vacation. I was in Leavenworth, Washington, not Leavenworth, Kansas, although I'm sure that would be fun as a visitor, not as an occupant. It's this little Bavarian town in the east of me. And it's an old railroad town, and basically in the 60s, like, the railroad moved, our town's going to die. And they made it a Bavarian town. It's very cute. The food is pretty accurate, very good. If you guys want restaurant recommendations, if you're ever out there, I'll let me know, and I will recommend some good restaurants to you. But while I was there, I wasn't just having a vacation. I was also going on a hike down something called the Iron Goat Trail. Now, the Iron Goat Trail is the site of the worst avalanche disaster in the United States. An avalanche came down, took out 2 trains in 1910, killed 98 people. Lot of people. You can actually still find wreckage of the train. In fact, I did find wreckage of the train while I was out there. I went to the site that it happened, found some old railroad tunnels. It was great. I definitely want to do a ghost hunt out there, video it. So it's a good time. I feel like there was more I was going to talk about. How's the hoke? I don't know what that means. But speaking of vacations, Rennie, my moderator, TX Packet, was also on vacation. For those of you who were wondering where she was, apparently she was also taking the time off, which is a phenomenal time for her to do it. Blah. But while I was on vacation, I did finish the essay for the domestic violence thing. And for those of you who are understanding about that, thank you so much. I had a lot of reasons that I didn't post as to why I didn't want to make a video about that. And I didn't. And I wrote a 6-page essay, and some of you have thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm really glad that I didn't waste all that time. And for those of you who are like, oh, you're just trying to make money off of it. No, I am not. It is free. It is available to the public, both on my Patreon and on Reddit, on the Jeremy Dewitte subreddit. So it's weird. Like, check first before you start complaining. Pebmets, it's good to see you. As always, thank you so much. Pebmets says, greeting from the home of one of America's beautiful space shuttles, Atlantis. Always a pleasure joining your streams. Always a pleasure to have you here. Oh, C5 Ghost. I thought that was CP. I saw C and then what I thought was a P. I was about like, oh, we're about to get into it, but it's good to have you here. I'm rested. I'm doing well. But I feel like that's going to do it for us for our intro to whatever, which brings us to the reason this stream is happening, which is, of course, Jeremy Dewitte, which is what I only stream about. One last thing. I've written a bunch of scripts for shorter videos, for nice, quick little things to throw out at you guys. Don't worry. We're going to be deviating away from the streams back to my normal. I say normal as if I haven't been doing streams for like a year and a half. Right? But we're going back to the videos, more or less, where I'm going to try to sort of put more edited videos with still some live streams, but best of both worlds. Thank you, Twinge. Thank you so much. So with that, is Artie in here? Hold on. Hey, Artie's Corporate Fiction. I was watching his stream viewers last night. I didn't have time for much. I popped in, didn't know what was happening. There were some Karen situations. It was great. Good to have you here. Anyway. Yes. Oh, did you see me? Oh, was that why you paused? Because you went, wait. Right after, I was like, that can't be for me. And it might not have been, I don't want to be greedy. All right. I had to walk away at that point. I had to go grab something. But anyway, yes. Well, it's good to have you here. Oh, thank you. Yes, I finally got my hair cut because I was doing National Guard stuff at some point relatively recently. You can always tell that I have because I shaved my beard. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the internet. Hold on. Let me see if... it didn't work. All right. Stand by. It almost worked. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. I forgot to set this up. Oh, there it is. Shkablammo. This one. All right, we're going to start with this bad boy. And we're going to full screen that puppy. And we're going to see if this works. Oh, it does. I'm going to do this to make it harder to copyright strike me. D. West, you've missed nothing but my inane ramblings. But, yes. So, where was I?
I'm so confused.
I restarted. Wait, what's happening? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep it back there for the most part. I might pop that open just a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to be behind me here, so that it's harder to copyright strike it, or it's easier for me to counterclaim, or whatever the process is. I feel like Jennifer wouldn't want to, because she knows I'm putting this information out. Jeremy absolutely would, but I think he's scared of me. So we will see. Anyway. I've seen about half of this one. This is the illegal road trip. I'll pause it at some point to give you the context of what this is in more detail, but I'll start you with this. Basically, Jeremy had been... there was an issue. I think it was a domestic issue. Thank you, JD's impulse control. This page intentionally left blank. I love it. He'd gotten some trouble because, of course, he did. The judge was like, "Cool, don't leave the 9th district, whatever the federal district was, the court district. Don't leave Orange County, essentially. Don't." And of course, he allegedly did. There were concerns he did because he purchased a hotel room out of state in his name. There were concerns that he was going to stay there. He's like, no, I bought it as a wedding gift. However, this video that was released by, we presume, Jennifer, establishes a different story. And the police certainly thought that the story didn't add up. And while they're investigating it, they found out that he had failed to register a cell phone or a landline or something properly as a whole thing. But this gives us context to that mess of a situation that we did not have before. James K., thank you. It's strange. I have been in the Dewitte business so long now that it's over. I don't know what to do with the rest of my life. That's probably a terrible Inigo Montoya. I haven't seen those videos in a very long time, and I think I'm channeling a little too much of the guy who played Zorro, Antonio Banderas. There it is. Anyway, don't worry about it. It wasn't good. All right. By the way, every time a crime has been committed, we hit that button. This is not the flag of Scotland. I mean, it is the flag of Scotland, but it's not supposed to be. It just happens to be that way. And maybe I'll even bring this bad boy out, and we'll do a super crime. Something like that. Stacy, I've just been rambling. You've missed literally nothing. But let's get into it, and let me know if the audio is no good. But gotta skip ahead so that I don't get... Okay, Jeremy Dewitte and Jennifer Burton met in Metro State's office to discuss his latest charge. Give you that right there, and we go into it. Maybe. Are we going into it? Is it happening? Oh, February 4th, 2021, Jeremy was accused of leaving Florida and traveling to North Carolina while he was out on bond. You can't see that bottom part. You still can't see that bottom part. Doesn't matter. Trust me. Or don't. Whatever. After his previous arrest for illegal recordings, Jeremy posted signs outside and in every room of his office stating all interactions were audio and video recorded. And we actually talked about that when I was talking about one of his contractors came back and there was a heavily edited video of their conversation. And the contractor was like, are we being recorded? Jeremy's like, no, but totally was. So that could be definitely a problem for Jeremy in the future. And regardless, yes, the signs were there, right? There were signs that said you're being video and audio recorded. But if you ask and the person who's put up those signs says, no, you're not, those signs are mostly pretty much meaningless at that point. So for those of you who think that you should take law advice from Jeremy, don't. Speaking of law advice, I am not a lawyer. Do not consider this legal advice. Any analysis that I give is basically how I would establish reasonable suspicion or probable cause. That's it. I'm not going to tell you, conviction, not conviction, case law, etc. I'll give you the information to the best of my knowledge. This should be the first step for understanding law that's discussed. It should not be the last step. Moving on. Cool. That's your literally quota for the stream. Probably. I am being video recorded. You're right. I got to be careful what I say and do. Yeah, you can see the sign actually right in the bottom. I don't know if my mouse shows up. I think it does. Yeah, boom, right there. It's a tiny little sign. Also, no smoking, no vaping. Thank you, Irish girl. Tell Jennifer. This is the audio after Jeremy returned from North Carolina in February 2021. When he was in North Carolina, Jeremy and his wife, Rania, called police and asked for assistance when their rented SUV was stuck in the snow during their trip. Obviously, not great that they got stuck.
Right? Mm-hmm. And when he asked me my name, I said my name is Jacob Davidson. And when the police showed up, me and the officer talked for an hour. His body camera wasn't on.
Why are you talking to a cop for an hour?
Because he had to shut the road down.
Well, don't talk. Oh my god.
And he didn't have his body camera on, and he never ran the tag. And then when I gave him the tag to the truck, I gave him a fake tag, fake ad.
Give me a second to explain. Thank you, Radine. Good to have you back. Thank you so much. How do you access my written take on the DV thing? It's on the Jeremy Dewitte subreddit and also on my Patreon. And if you link to my Patreon, that'd be fantastic. Steven, well, I'm glad that you came here. Thank you so much.
Address, fake phone number, fake email.
Wow.
All right. Is that a crime? Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you are thinking this is a crime. For the most part, no, with the possible exception of that registration. False, because that's falsifying a government document, right? So yes, the registration is illegal, but giving a fake phone number, giving a fake address, giving a fake name, in that context, probably not. Thank you, Matt. I'm doing pretty well. Itchy nose. Some of you's thinking about me, right? So, what is this, North Carolina? Is that where it was? It is not illegal to lie to a police officer as long as you are not detained or under arrest, or you are not filing a statement or giving information to the police regarding the commission of a crime, right? None of those things apply here. He is not detained. He's only talking to the officer. If he was detained, the officer would have taken his ID, would have run the tags or the plate, would have had his body camera on. But no, this was just an officer stopping to help because they were stuck. That's it. He was never detained. He was never arrested. There was no commission of a crime that the officer was aware of or investigating. So giving that name, I would hazard a guess. I do not recommend doing this because it's entirely possible I'm wrong. But I do not believe that is a crime. Falsifying a registration, yes, almost certainly. But giving that registration to the officer, if the officer asked for it and it was a consensual, here you go, I would say no. Maybe you could be arrested. I don't think the prosecutor would take it, honestly. And a lot of people are going to be very upset about that, I think. But that's a kind of complicated thing. Are you allowed to lie in that situation? Yes? Maybe. I do think he's fine with that, with the exception of the registration. Tom, thank you. What Tom wants to know is what he planned to do in North Carolina. He said he was going to brag, but without a military ID or CAT card, he can't buy anything at the PX. He can't even enter unless he's sponsored on. I think he was just going there. I mean, it might have been for the wedding thing. Maybe that part was true, right? And maybe it wasn't a wedding gift. Maybe that was just, where they're all celebrating afterwards. I don't know. But he's not going to Fort Bragg. It's ridiculous. Or, as Ronnie is saying, he might have vacationed there. Vacation rental. I don't know. But it's He shouldn't have done it.
And they
Wasn't
never
supposed
asked me
to.
for my driver's license.
After he was accused of leaving Florida to travel to North Carolina, Jeremy and Rania DeWitt came up with a plan. What was it? Are you conspiring to commit crimes? Okay, so speaking of crimes, leaving Florida would be a crime, assuming that actually happened. The plan. Rania traveled to North Carolina alone after she had an argument with Jeremy. Jeremy never left Florida. Oh, that was, yeah, so that's the story they're trying to, like, oh, yeah, police, only Rania went, right? Well, yeah, I rented the car, or she rented the car, or someone rented the car, but I wasn't there, only Rania did. But that's still not a good story because it establishes that he was going to leave Florida before the argument, you dummies. The whole thing is insane.
No, they're gonna ask why she called.
If they do, and she says I had to get a jump starter or some shit.
Well, I do want to answer something in the comments. Beth says conspiracy is a huge charge. It's not that. It sounds scary. I don't believe it's generally a worse charge than whatever the crime that is being conspired is. But it can be a very big charge if the crime involved in the conspiracy, what the conspiracy is about. If it's a big crime, it's going to be a big conspiracy charge. I think that's right. I haven't dealt with conspiracy in a very long time. James, thank you so much. Staying in Florida would be the real crime.
I got stuck. Just tell the truth. I got stuck.
You think it'll be like a part 2 hearing?
Yeah.
Like, no?
And she says I had to get a jump starter or some shit. Or I got stuck. Just tell the truth. I got stuck.
You think it'll be like a part 2 hearing?
Yeah.
Like, no?
Unless they ask for more time. Which then Amir can be like, Your Honor, we...
Oh, #1 fan. Aren't they amazing? We're talking about the foot control switches. I got little things from a Feetsies, and I get to do that. They're great.
Went over this. You know.
But Amir was trying to push it even further, so he was trying to do it after the 15th.
Yeah, I bet he was. Gotta get the money. No, Amir appears to be a pretty good attorney. We don't have to like him for his clientele, but he seems pretty competent. I'll give him that. He's a nice guy. I interacted with him very shortly, but he seemed like a professional dude. Good for him. Sorry for making you motion sick.
What's funny is if he gets the...
Who are any of us, Rob? Questions of the universe.
No, I'm not on bond on the fucking LA shit.
You what?
I'm on bond on the LA shit.
What about it?
Oh, the L.A. shenanigans. That's when he went to L.A. to be on Dr. Phil, which is where I met him and Amir, because I was also on that show. It was great. I barely did anything. I just got to sit there and freeze. It was so cold in that studio. But watching him... So you all saw him talking about Dr. Phil's wife. Like, what if it was your wife who was dead? And, like, it's super uncomfortable watching that on TV. But sitting across from him going... You can see me just gripping the chairs, like, what are you doing? I thought, like, it looked like Dr. Phil was about to backhand him. It felt like it got colder in that studio when that started happening. It was nuts. So yes, the LA shenanigans. I'll be nice and PC. Is when he went to LA for Dr. Phil.
That's what they would revoke my bond on. Is the LA shit.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay, no, sorry. I was thinking it was a domestic thing. Of course I was. My head's still in there. It was because he failed to register with the state that he was leaving for the amount of time. Basically, it counts as a temporary address when he leaves for like 5 days or like 3 or more days, or there's a certain number. He has to go to the sheriff's office and say, hey, I'm leaving for this amount of time because it is a temporary address. And as a sex offender, he has to register that with the state through the sheriff's office. And he didn't do that because, of course, he didn't. And he knew that he's supposed to do that. He gets updates on this every year. He has to sign a form and be like, yep, I remember. But, of course, he doesn't care. He thinks he can get away with it if he's not caught. And that if he's not caught, it's totally fine. So, yeah, that was why his bond was almost revoked. And then the conditions were like, hey, just don't leave the county. And then he allegedly did. All right, so the LA shenanigans, as Jennifer is reminding us, it was a flight to Los Angeles, California, a complimentary hotel stay at a Beverly Hills hotel with Jennifer, and an appearance on the Dr. Phil show. I don't know about Beverly Hill. I don't know if that's true. I can confirm the hotels that, was it Paramount? I think it was Paramount. Whoever the studio is. Yeah, because Paramount owns CBS. Unless I'm wrong. I don't remember. The hotels they put you in are very, very nice. Oh, my God. Pretty good. I mean, it was like the height of the pandemic, so it wasn't phenomenal in the sense that there wasn't that much to do in the hotel that would normally be available. But Dr. Phil, bring me back. Let me experience the whole thing. All right, it was Paramount. Excellent. Let's see. All right, we playing? Is it working? Is it going? I don't even know. There we go. All right, what is this? All right, this is the ticket that maybe we can see. Not that exciting, but it just confirms that there was a ticket. Does it have a name on it? It doesn't matter, really. All right. When Osceola County found out Jeremy left the state, they put out a warrant for his arrest. But first, they wanted to verify that he was home. Now, this is very interesting. This gets into sort of my realm of what I currently do. But before we get into that, Tony, thank you so much. Hey, how's it going? JD's Impulse Control, thank you again. Take a drink. It looks like every time he says is. Call an ambulance first, you'll need it. I'll call the Metro State Ambulance. Totally legit, right? Yeah, okay, no, I did read that. So we've got a pizza deliverer, I guess. Pizza deliverer. Are they holding that pizza? Oh, no. Okay, so the pizza's already on the... Let me show you. They've put it on the porch. I guess they knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, and they're sort of hanging outside. I used to deliver pizzas, by the way. So I was looking at that like, why are you holding the bag sideways? What the hell is happening? But no, it's fine. Andrea, thank you so much. But yeah, no, yes, I used to deliver pizzas. It was awful. Actually, it wasn't that bad. The pay was not good. But it wasn't great. But I did have some good times. A few adventures. I think the boxes are empty. Yeah, the idea, what's being claimed here is that the police sent the pizza delivery driver, or it's a fake delivery driver, and they're just attempting to see who answers and whatnot. I don't think those boxes would be empty, because if she went to pick it up, be like, here you go, they're not for me, it would sort of ruin the whole ruse. Oh, I'm buffering. No. I still see your chat. Okay, I'm fine now. I was just making noise. Where was I at? Where was I at? What I do? What was the last thing? We'll go to the pizza. Someone said the pizza boxes are empty or might be empty or something. I doubt that, because if she picked those those boxes up, it'd be a dead giveaway that something is weird, and I don't want that. So everyone's saying I'm Gucci, but maybe not. Regardless, I mean, that delivery driver looks legit. I've never heard of it, and maybe I just work in the wrong police. I work for the Army, so they wouldn't have played this game. They'd be very direct about it. I've never heard. I mean, that's a good uniform. That looks legit. I can't imagine they just have that in the back somewhere. Right? Now, would the police send pizza? If they were trying to be real sneaky about it, maybe. I don't know why they need to be that sneaky. It is a tactic. It's absolutely a tactic. And maybe they sent it, they paid for it, they used an app to that address, and they're sitting in the car on the road somewhere with their binoculars just watching. Or they actually went to wherever's delivering the pizza, like, I don't know, Domino's, right? And they go, hey, we're with the police. They show the badge and the credentials being more important, actually, than the badge. And you go, hey, I need a delivery driver to deliver pizza to this house. I need them to take a mental note of anyone who is at that house, who opened the door. If they hear anyone, make sure they get that information back to us. That was weird. They could do that. And then if the pizza place is like, yeah, we can make that happen, great. The pizza place does not have to comply with that, by the way. I don't believe. But it's possible. It feels unlikely, but it's possible. I don't feel like that. There are better options. There are techniques I use when I'm doing surveillance to determine who is where and doing what. And sometimes I have to make contact with the person I'm surveilling without them knowing that it's me, and then continue surveilling them from a distance, hoping that they don't sort of piece things together. This pizza thing is not what I would do. It is a technique, but there are so many other options available. It feels weird that this is what they would jump to. Totally possible. Steven, thank you. Delivered Zod. Yeah, Zod, Ed. Oh, chaw, my guy. Not great, not bad. Convinced me to get a CCW. See, that is a better choice. It's still driving, you just get more money for it. But yeah, it's fine. But so I show up with sizzling bacon. Not yet. I don't know. This is just weird. It's possible. It's certainly a technique, but this being the first choice in 2 pizzas? Nah, the government's cheap. They would have done 1 pizza. Come on. Thank you, Kim.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi.
Domino's.
No, we didn't order Domino's.
This is for 2404 Apart Terrace.
2404?
Is this 2404 Apart Terrace? The name is Jeremy Dewitte.
Jeremy what do it?
Terrace. The name is Jeremy Dewitte.
So it's weird that they'd hang around as well. Because usually when I deliver, well, I don't know. I'd sometimes Uber Eats and they just drop it off and leave. I don't know how Domino's does the delivery thing. Do they make sure they hand... Well, you can choose to have it actually... Well, no, that's fine. It's fine. I'm thinking is it weird that they'd hang around? No, I think it's fine. I'm not going to call him out for that. And to be fair, this could just be someone on the internet trolling him for fun. Okay. Okay, so this is... Yeah, because you signed the receipt. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just confusing it with Uber Eats because I'm just so used to that.
Today?
I have it for today, yeah. But,
He's not even home.
Well, that's not great for Jeremy. Thank you, Kim, by the way. It's a great little sticker. Saying he's not home doesn't establish he's out of the state, though. Which is one of the reasons why this technique isn't great. Because even if you establish he's not home, how do you establish where he is? It's not, in court, this isn't really going to do much for you. Because all you have to do is say, oh, no, I was, 15 minutes in that direction. Or in that direction. Let me zoom out. Yeah, over there. I was behind, I don't know. I was at a park. No, I'm not going to, I was going to go in a direction I shouldn't as a professional.
he said he left an envelope on top of the chair with a tip.
No, ma'am, we didn't order any pizza in this address. I don't know who ordered.
That's not a firearm, Sergeant.
We're going at 37.
Sergeant.
Which one of you? Starry Bear, thank you. Have you heard Dewitte made it to the Guinness Book of World Records? He was the first person to dig a hole of lies so deep he hit China. He's still digging. Oh, thank you.
Jeremy Dewitte. All right.
Oh, this is apparently the female cop in disguise? I don't know about... maybe, but she's not doing... I don't know. It's just the technique is a little as far as making sort of undercover contact with the subject. But I don't expect the police to do a lot of... Because usually when you're doing surveillance as a police, you're not making contact with them. With the exception of maybe, the drug units, possibly depending on, some of the drug detectives would for some agencies, or the gang ones, but they wouldn't be in play here. So I could understand them not really knowing the whole situation. But why wouldn't you not just knock on the door and be like, where is he? And hope that someone answers. Well, no, because that would give it away, right? Then you have 0 options left. Yeah. I'd love to have evidence that this actually is a police officer. I think that would be incredible. What a story that would be. I don't have the evidence at this time. This feels to me like it was a Domino's employee who was put up to it, who doesn't really know what they're doing. But could be wrong.
Excuse me?
Ma'am, what are you doing?
I'm taking the pizza back.
That is fair. All right, let's return to the Domino's. Now, at that point, it either gets thrown in the trash or the employees get to eat it. Depends on the manager. We used to do that. bad orders we would eat, which is great because I cannot get paid much. So it was good to have free food. And then we got a new manager who was like, nope, you guys are just doing that on purpose, making mistakes. You're ordering to addresses that didn't pay for it so that you can have free pizza. And then every pizza that came back or was wrong was just thrown in the trash. It was very, very, very upsetting. I'm still tearing up a little bit.
You know what?
I'm putting the pizza back in the bag.
Okay.
I'm taking your packages, lady. I'm packing it all up. And there's the dead bird. I think. That's fair. All right. An hour later, a salesman came to the door, which is weird. And it says, you can't really read it. That's weird because COVID, door-to-door salesman, it is Florida. Florida didn't take it as seriously as it might have. Certainly not as seriously as parts of Washington at the very least. Being Seattle, a lot of Washington just did not care. Seattle certainly locked down real good. But it's opening back up. It's nice. Andrea, thank you so much. Fist bump. Yeah. But a salesman, both in the same day. Now we're getting a little suspicious. Maybe that's a common thing out there. I don't know. I don't have a baseline for this area. But especially during COVID, I'd have questions.
I got you. I appreciate your time. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I'm sorry. What is this entity? What do you guys do? It's not a police. It kind of looks like it.
This feels like a cop.
What is this? Check. I got you.
We're interested, but we're not interested right now.
We're interested, but we're not interested right now. That sounds like Jeremy.
We're interested, but we're not interested right now.
All right, I got you.
Is it... Where's that coming from? It might be through the Ring camera. Greg, thank you. As always, a few shekels for the cause. Hey, love it. Thank you. All right. Let's analyze this. I'm going to guess he's speaking through... If he's not there, I'm going to guess he's speaking through the Ring camera. Is he present? And it just records? I don't know. But hold on.
Check, I got you. I appreciate your time. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Appreciate your time. Using sir could just indicate a professional. That doesn't mean cop, but I hear police use sir a lot more than the general public. Oh, is he out there?
I'm sorry. What is this entity? What do you guys do? It's not a police. It kind of looks like it.
Wait, then... Oh, I see. I was thinking they went to his house while he was gone. Not after he came back. Okay. All right. I just got my timeline confused. That's all. So this would have happened after... we're figuring this out together. Now, this would have happened after he came back from North Carolina because... Amir found out that there was an investigation into it, and he called Jeremy back. That is what the police statement says about this regarding when they found out that he had a phone that he had not registered properly. They said that this is how they found out because they were investigating this, but Amir called his client being Jeremy. Jeremy came back into the state. So that would have been, he would have already come back at this point, and police are just trying to figure out if he is back home. That makes more sense. See, I told you I only watched, I watched more than that. Maybe I just missed that. I don't know. Look at me being bad at this. So, if this was not the date of the... It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Either way, this could be a police officer. I feel better about saying this might be a police officer than saying the pizza driver, delivery person was a cop. I think this guy gives more of a cop vibe than the pizza person.
Gotcha. You're your own thing.
Hold on.
It looks like it.
He's asking some questions like, what is this? Oh, that's what I would expect someone pulling surveillance to ask.
We're a private state agency.
Private state agency. Yeah. You're not, bud. No.
Gotcha. You're doing your own thing. I appreciate it, man. Sorry to bother you again.
No, you're fine.
Well, I'm gonna annotate that here in this app, and then I'll just check back hopefully in a couple of months.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Is that a different person? I heard a...
I appreciate it, man. Sorry to bother you again.
No, yes, sir.
All right.
This is Jay.
Just Jay?
Yeah.
I like it.
That's a second person.
All right, sir. You have a good one.
You too. Be safe.
Is it? I just going insane? Well, Cornbread, if I had time to do that, I would. But unfortunately, here we are. I have watched the other 3. All right, same guy. I was getting a Hispanic vibe for a second. What is this? Who is that weirdo? That's not Jeremy. What is happening? The editing is really just... Jennifer likes to just cut things out, take all the context out. That right there. That's Jeremy? Oh, it might be Dylan. I don't know, he looks too slim. Not square enough. Ooh, that slow roll by is a little sus. Timestamp bottom right, you say. I just ruined it. Nah, it doesn't matter. Alright. Oh no, Vest, there it is. Uh-oh. Who is this? What we got? It's getting good. Poof. Disappeared. Magic trick.
How's it going?
Oh, okay. Now we're rolling deep. Something about a warrant? Yeah, you know it's not a great situation when the police are rolling up in unmarked vehicles. All right.
What is going on now? Can we do this not in front of my neighbors? Where are we going to do it? Let's just go around the corner.
Can we do this not in front of my neighbors? Where are we going to do it? That's a fair request, actually. I've done that for people that are being cooperative. Like, look, I don't want to handcuff you in front of your children. We're going to walk to my car. I'm going to do it there and pop you inside real quick. Right? It's not an unreasonable thing to request. But I think the neighbors are already well aware.
Come on over here, guys. Come on. No, you stay right there.
You don't get to tell us what we're going to do.
Yeah. But to be fair, he does not get to dictate how it works, right? You say, hey, can we do this around the corner, please? And they say no. Like, all right, cool. But don't, like, start walking around the corner and be like, hey, let's do it around the corner, because then the police are just going to get mad.
Let me call your wife. Can you tell me what it's in reference to? When I went out of state. When I went out of state?
Went out of state. Okay.
California? Yeah.
Ooh, he's playing.
No. No, I wasn't. No. She's inside. Can I just give me a second? Give me 1 second. Just 1 second.
Are they really going to let him go inside? What is this nonsense?
Please, let me just...
No, there's no way. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me, Jeremy.
But you won't let me open the door.
He will knock on the door for you.
Come on, man. This is crazy.
Thank you, Matt. Safe word, Sergeant.
Fuck, man.
22 positions, that's all you gotta follow.
I was gone legally. In California says you have 5 days to register. I wasn't there for 5 days.
You didn't tell us you were leaving.
What? I left. I wasn't
I think we
moving to a
checked
new address.
the time he was gone. I think it was in excess of whatever it needed to be.
I don't understand.
Jeremy doesn't understand a lot when it comes to
Ranya!
the law. This guy.
Can I just open the door? Can you just walk?
Yeah, like, give it a second, Jeremy.
I
Alright, female cop voice. Is that similar? I'd have to go back and forth to listen to the voices.
I was legally there. I was there for 3 days.
I got you there from the 1st to the 5th.
No, I wasn't there the 1st to the 5th.
Yeah, but you left on the 1st. And yeah, the travel still counts, guy.
Right on the 1st.
I'm not questioning them. This is what I got. I just flew back on the 5th.
Now, to be fair, even if the police are wrong, As long as the warrant is legit, it doesn't matter, right? Whoever filed that warrant is now, it's a problem for them. But for the police serving the warrant, yeah, it's not on them. They don't know the warrant's faulty. They can absolutely serve a bad warrant if they do not know the warrant is bad. That doesn't mean that, the police, everything is fine for law enforcement, because you still get to file a lawsuit against whoever filed it. And if it was unreasonable for that information to have been presented, if the information is made up, if the judge should not have approved the warrant, yeah, there are going to be some serious issues for the state. But those cops right there, nah, they're fine.
No. 2 days before filming and then the day of filming.
All right, that's fine. But
Yeah, Jack, this is about
now,
Dr. Phil. Well, the initial arrest that got his situation where he was restrained to restrained to Florida was Dr. Phil. The problem is I can't see the dates on my computer right now. So this arrest was for the California thing. I thought it was for they were dealing with his North Carolina incident. This is just establishing that they did arrest him for California and that he went out of state. Okay, I don't think I got this far into the video. I really should have. I thought I did.
I thought you were going to let me open the door real fast.
You're going to go in the car, you have to talk to her, and she does not talk to you in the car.
Just saying, you're going to the car. We're going to open the door. There it is. There it is. You goober. See, this is the part she keeps in. There's so much she could have cut out here and put in elsewhere that, it's fine. It's fine. Fine. I don't want to be picky about what I'm getting. Right? Yeah, get it. Yeah. Damn, they're walking away far.
Get inside, get inside, get inside.
Wait, this video is 12/8/2020. Okay, yeah,
What's
this would
going
have
on?
been. There, now I see it. My screen's
warrant?
being stupid. Yes, this would have been for the California thing.
Jeremy wants to talk to you. You want to talk to him?
He got a warrant?
Yes.
What warrant? For what?
He's got a warrant. Do you want to talk to him or no?
What the fuck?
Okay, I want to apologize to everyone. I had the timeline all sorts of jacked up. This is about the California thing, not North Carolina, because I can only blame Jennifer's editing so much for the confusion. All right, this whole situation is determining if he's back from California, which establishes the situation in which he was not allowed to leave the county, to establish that him going to North Carolina was wrong. Okay, I'm caught up. All of you are way ahead of me here. It's been a very long day. I got there in the end, though. She look angry. She should be.
Can you let him come to the house to see his baby?
Ron,
No,
we
He can't see his baby?
No, ma'am. I can't get him out of the car. He's secured. He has a warrant for his arrest. I'm going to go ahead and take him then.
So you guys just sneaked in here to get him from his house? He can't see his baby?
I can't get him out of the car. I'm asking if you want to talk to him.
That's great.
Okay.
I appreciate your time.
Good, keep him there. Bring the baby out to him, you weirdo. The baby's not going to remember.
I hope you get some sleep tonight.
Yes, police officers sleep. Oh, get
Get
that door.
inside.
Get it.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Get inside.
Oh, I missed the thing where she said, but first go back however many months. Thank you, Rennie. That's on me. Give myself a little boop of that bad boy. I deserve it. Dang, girl. Hold on.
Get inside.
Boom! She's mad. Muslims are not allowed to have pet dogs? Oh yeah, also the wreath. That's a Christmas thing. I'm not. Look, hey. It's fine. I'm not gonna say you can't have a wreath. It's just a little weird, just a little odd. I don't know about the dog thing, but that's definitely something I want to look into. Ronnie spent the majority of March going door to door. Oh, this part I do remember seeing. All right. Ronnie spent the majority of March going door to door, asking her neighbors if they had seen Jeremy with Jennifer, because I believe Jennifer was with Jeremy on the Dr. Phil thing. I never saw her. We knew that someone had taken pictures because they showed up on the Jeremy Dewitte case website, which at the time we believed she was running. Now we have confirmed that she was very much involved. So we assumed someone was with him and that they were getting those videos to the Jeremy Dewitte case website. And so we sort of had the idea that Jennifer was there. This is great because it establishes that she was. And of course, Ronnie would be very, very upset about that. And I think our domestic incident might have been around that, either where Jeremy's saying, like, why would you believe people on the internet about him and Jennifer, or why would you believe people on the internet that I brought Jennifer to California? Not really sure. But, there were, Christmas lights as well. Right there. I saw them, and they just never registered me because of the religious differences. And it's fine. Interesting. So this is later. That's her, yep, carrying the baby. And the dog?
Yeah.
At least the baby. That looks like a dog. Carrying it's got a little carrying handle, or is that its collar? If it's a carrying handle, I have no problem with that. The collar, though, I definitely do have some issues.
Yeah. Okay, now.
Yeah, this I agree with you, Sarah Marie, that this is a low blow. We'll get to that. It's a harness. Okay, so yeah, the dog's not going to be injured by it. The dog's fine. Good. All right, she dragged her infant daughter and her dog Sophie, who recently had puppies, along with her. Yes, okay, so Jennifer's being like, look at her going door to door to the neighbors, bothering them about Jeremy's affair with me. How dare she? And how dare she bring her infant daughter and her dog who just had puppies? First of all, the dog's going to be fine. Dogs, like, have puppies and then go back to, like, jumping over fences and stuff. It's nuts. And the alternative would be Rania not bringing the kid and just leaving it at home, which would also be that would be worse. Actually, that would be potentially child neglect or endangerment. 100%. I've actually investigated that where people left their very young kid at home. So it makes sense that she would bring these things with her to go be like, is my husband cheating on me? Which he was. And, well, maybe not anymore. But absolutely it makes sense that she would check this. How dare you be mad at her for the problem that you created? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. But how dare you? I can't. It boggles my mind. Anyway, Pebmetz, thank you. Pebmetz says, I may be way off base. I'm wondering if Jennifer owns the Metro State channel. With these videos, if Jennifer just took over, I would think DeWitt could contact YouTube or his attorney could try to stop the postings. I had the same thought, and that's a very good thought. But the Metro State channel has been up for a while. For longer than Jennifer's been around, I believe. I think maybe everything got transferred to her for her to run, and now Jeremy has no claim to take it back because his email or whatever is no longer associated with it. I don't know. But I'm sure there could be a cease and desist issued through a mirror, and if it's through the attorney, it should be fine. It shouldn't violate the no contact order, but if that happens, I assume Orange County is just going to be like, all right, cool. Well, now you can't, put this stuff out if she doesn't make another YouTube channel. They're just going to get a warrant and collect the rest of it, right? Her putting this stuff up, as much as I enjoy it, she's asking for a warrant to be served to collect all of her electronic devices. She really is, assuming they can find her. So I don't even know. The channel's been up since 2012 is what I'm being told. So, yeah. But, yeah, no, I 100% believe that she's been running the channel. I think she transferred all to her a while back. And now she gets to exact her revenge. All right, DeWitt's lawyer is trying to stop the channel. That makes sense. Yeah. TVB Me says PoliceTube got copyright struck by Metro State and it claimed Jeremy Dewitte was the owner, so it's still in his name. Was it the actual channel or was it just through the email address? Because I believe you can copyright strike it if you don't have a channel, if it's still your video. So I don't know if the channel did it or it was just the email. That's something I have to look into. I don't follow PoliceTube that closely, so I'm not really sure. There she is. In her spare time, oh, this part's great. What's coming up? In her spare time, Rania also sent erratic text messages to Jeremy about Jessica Bolden and Jennifer while Jeremy was in Jennifer's presence. Like, okay, yeah, so while Jeremy was cheating on her, he got text messages from his wife. Oh, that checks out. There's nothing weird about that. Andrea, thank you. My name sounds great with headphones. Good. Greg, thank you. Reason number 7,932. Why don't have affairs with crazy people. Yes. Correct. You're absolutely right. I mean, what? Holy Jesus Christ, I did. Two-legged terror. What? Where was I? Thank you so much. Time for that $100 donation from my brother and I. To you, Blue. Semper Fi, brother. A. Hoorah. And whatnot. That's a great thing. Yeah, no, thank you so much. Hi, I really appreciate it. I really, really do. I also just got a message from my friend on Steam saying Police Cop Simulator in virtual reality, I believe it is. It's getting really good reviews, and we should get it. Also, I have a virtual reality headset, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he has one. But anyway, it's a whole. All right, well, that's not the stream for it. We're not going to discuss my personal life in this stream. That's going to be a whole other thing. Moving on. Gotcha. Getting text from my mod being like, "Hey, champ. Info. It's great. She keeps me on the straight and narrow so I don't just put out random weird information. Also gives me information. I'm like, I don't remember this. And she's like, yes, you do. It's this. Like, yes, thank you. Aaron, thank you. Even if she is running the channel, isn't this footage from the home ring? Wouldn't that be private stuff that she would need permission to air? That is a great question. I've wondered that. How does she have this footage? I feel like he put it all on a computer and she just like, hacker voice, I'm in. Right? And just hooked up a USB and stole it all. Or maybe she had access. I mean, she probably knows his passwords. It can't be that hard to guess. He probably uses the same thing for everything, right? Now, but if she's illegally obtaining it, this could absolutely be a very big problem for her. Like, huge problem. So, I'm not saying you should stop. I am saying you should stop. Legally, I feel compelled to tell you, personal advice, you should stop doing this because it's almost certainly going to bite you. However, from an entertainment perspective, it's a pretty good, right? It is delightful. Anyway, hey, Venice, Florida. RK, thank you. It's greetings from not there. However, it is very warm, and I feel like it's warmer where you are, so I'm not that jealous. All right, text message. Hit me with it. Come on. Come on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Shkablamo. You should have thought about that. Would you? I assume it's supposed to be when you. And we're going to say it's when you. All right. You should. Oh, there's a phone number. Don't. I mean, it's already there. I just don't use that phone number. You should have thought about that. Would you cheated with a man and a crackhead with a retarded son? I'm just reading it verbatim. I'm not trying to be insulting to anybody. Yeah. So this is a text to Jeremy. Allegedly from Rania, allegedly to Jeremy, allegedly, that says, I don't know what it's in response to, but you should have thought about that when you cheated with a man, all right? Because remember, we believe that Jeremy had relations with a dude, which is totally fine, good, cool, but also you're married, so it's not that fine, right? Not the fact that it was a man, just the fact that, you're married, you weirdo. Oh, Habibi is sweetheart in Arabic. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. See? Mods. It's great. Yeah, so it seems to indicate that maybe he cheated with a man. Or maybe he didn't, and that's just what Jennifer is saying, and Rania thinks that it is true, and Jeremy just never said it wasn't. Yeah, and then a crackhead with a retarded son. I don't know if she's a crackhead. I don't know if her son is retarded, but that seems to be about Jennifer. I don't know. We don't have much information about her son. Kind of leads me to believe that the son is in state care. I don't know. Asher, thank you so much. Bad YouTube. I'm going through withdrawal, so I was watching videos on Metro State, and you didn't notify a Blue Bacon stream. Go to the corner. Yeah, that's right. How dare you, YouTube? Did you click the little bell notification? I hear that's what you're supposed to do. I don't really know how it works. Someone's got a lot of bass going on. All right. Moving right along. I don't think I've seen past this. Back to February 2021. All right, gotta remember that because of the timeline. You know how I am with the timelines now.
I'm still confused because you keep saying that you're going to get an ankle monitor.
Right, but then that would give them cause to then file charges for a new warrant for going to North Carolina.
Okay, and then...
What? Why would getting an ankle monitor give them the ability to file new charges? He didn't have an ankle monitor when he went to North Carolina. Am I missing something?
Then you go to jail.
Then they would probably violate my probate, my bond in Orange County. This is a new charge.
And then, yeah.
That's different. Well,
he should get an ankle monitor.
Look into it too. They both can, because I'm out on bond in both counties.
Right.
What's funny though is if he can get that suppression through, which obviously is not going to happen before then.
No.
The Osceola case would disappear, and all the Orange counties except for off-duty would disappear.
And then you could...
Suppression for what? What on earth could you suppress to make that? Okay, no, actually, I do know. The incident that first got all of that body cam footage. You can suppress the warrant. If you can suppress the initial stop, yes, you get it all chucked out. But none of that was done improperly that I know of. All of that looks legitimate to me. I can't imagine why. I mean, of course, you're going to Hail Mary the suppression. Be like, I don't know, maybe. But come on, there's no way that's going to
You
work.
get a new bond hearing if you are in jail.
Right.
Would you be an Osceola?
Apparently it didn't work.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. But I don't know what to do. And no matter what
Asher, unsubbed you. My God. Also, thank you for your donation. That jerk. Wait. Sort sex offender registered T-shirt.
happens Tuesday, you need to let me communicate
It's available in my Etsy.
with you.
What do you mean?
Don't be calling my phone. Don't be texting my phone, because if they're taking me into custody, my wife's going to have my phone. If I'm not calling you or...
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Jeremy. Hey, don't call or text me because my wife will find out. Hold on, Jeremy. Weren't you saying for the longest time that it's okay for you to be unfaithful because of the Muslim whatever allows you to have multiple wives? I guess it doesn't apply to cheating though, does it? You have to sort of make it a public thing with your wife. Also, that sun's coming in because it's a late stream. It wasn't supposed to be. That's going to hit me right in the face later.
texting you, that's how you know.
Wait.
If I'm not calling you or texting you, that's how you know.
Boom. That's how you know that he's in jail. That's fair. That's a good point.
Well, if it's at the courthouse, I'm going to the courthouse in Kissimmee.
Okay. Well, if it's at the courthouse and you're at the courthouse, then you'll know.
Yeah.
If it's virtual, then I'll be able to tell you.
Kathleen Wright? Yeah, that was a lie.
I don't know when, but I'll be able to tell you.
Good God. So, that happened.
I gotta go. I don't know.
It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be hard for the next couple of... Unless they...
Hey, Arash. Hi. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you so much, by the way. It's good to have you here. Christopher Tillery, thank you so much. In this, he's referring to the North Carolina trip as far as the ankle monitor. He's afraid that they were tracking him while he was in North Carolina. He also refers later to his phone pinging off the towers. See, the phone thing you should be scared of, right? As we learned from the January 6th incident. Oh, he didn't have an ankle monitor at the time, did he? For the North Carolina thing? I don't know. If he did, he's screwed. Jeremy's real password is, I heart blue bacon.
They say, unless the judge says there's nothing.
Right.
But that
you
doesn't
heard
mean...
what he said.
But that doesn't mean Stephen Miller is going to stop.
The way I look at it is if a judge is saying, if you want to get to this point, you need to add more things to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? If he's saying that out loud on audio, any other judge, no matter who they are or what district they are, is going to not listen to what he's saying, but they're definitely going to, like he said, due caution and prudency. If this judge is saying, hey, there's not enough here for a probable cause warrant, because that's exactly what he said without saying it.
Do you think he's going to ask you to testify?
What probable cause warrant are they looking for? Or are they just talking about... No, they had probable cause for the video. Easily. They easily had probable cause for that video. 100%. There's no question about that. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about something else. I don't know. But
if he does, he told me I have to be careful what I'm saying.
Clearly. I don't even know what story you're sticking to right now.
Audio edit.
I almost called him Andrew. Adrian rented because...
his car broke down.
And Rania went by herself.
Context is missing. This would never hold up in court. Which is why they're going to take all of it. Jennifer, they're going to subpoena all of your stuff. And if you heard that here, and then you delete everything, you're going to get charged with tampering with evidence. But since you're on a rampage to go after Jeremy, I would recommend not doing that, because this is definitely going to screw him over.
His car broke down.
And Rania went by herself.
Yes, they're talking about the story. All right, Jeremy originally asked Jennifer to ride along with him to pick up a car. He wouldn't tell her where they were going. That is good to know. Boom. Oh, disappeared. They arrived at Orlando International Airport. I haven't been there. MCO. That's not important, but thank you for that information. And Jeremy asked Jennifer to rent a vehicle for him in her name for his trip. Yeah, I bet he did. I bet. So they didn't see that he was renting a car. Because a lot of those cars, those rental cars, have a GPS. Ooh. Because they want to make sure you're not stealing it. And they can recover it when they need to. Jennifer refused. They argued at the airport, and Jennifer walked away, ordered an Uber back to the office, and drove her car home. Good call, Jennifer. Good. Love it. So that was the smart move. Bench Ewan, I'm sorry. Is that? Sure. Sorry. Yes, we believe this is Jennifer. Son of a gun. Yes, it's Jennifer. My knee. Here's your updated ride receipt. Okay, that is a lot less important than you think it is, but thank you. I want Jeremy's rental receipt. That's what I want. Maybe you don't have it. It's fine. I can't be greedy. All right. There we go. I didn't have to show you that, but I did. Jeremy asked Metro State contractor Adrian if he would rent a car for him at the airport. Adrian didn't know Jeremy was leaving the state. Checks out. Okay. Pah! I'm back. Oh, my green screen is not liking this sunlight. That's fine. Whatever. I gotta block those windows. Adrian was unable to rent a vehicle because he didn't have a credit card. Yeah, it checks out. What is... All right, no, that is Jeremy. Look at him being all thin without his vest on. The next morning, Jeremy and Rania Dewitte picked up a rental vehicle before their trip. Why didn't they just have Rania do it? Right? Like, that makes sense. Because the story is going to be that she was the only one who left. Duh. All right. Stills. Not video, just stills. It's weird. Like, maybe that camera only does, like, a picture every 5 seconds. I don't know. You can get a camera that will do all of this for, like, $20 on Amazon. Do a continuous recording. They're great. What is this? Hold on. Oh, no, these are big jumps in time. Thank you for that picture. By the way, these vehicles, I want them. They've been going up on Craigslist and various areas, or various other websites that sell vehicles in the area. But they've removed all the decals. If it had the decals, I would actually seriously consider getting one. But they don't have the decals, so it's just like, You know, maybe I just put my own decals on saying, not Metro State, not police. Pet Mets, thank you so much. Have a burger and a beer on me. You know what? I will. Thank you. If I am the prosecutor plea bargaining with Dewitte, the amount of time I want him to serve would increase with the release of each of these videos. Right? I know. Like, these are not good. These aren't good for Jeremy. They're also not good for Jennifer, but they're mostly not good for Jeremy. Let's keep going. Matt, thank you. Yeah, that's the rumor.
And we went.
Whoa, Jesus. All right, hold on. All right.
Right.
Why is that important?
And we went and rented the car for her because we were going to cancel for Dylan and Taylor canceled, and they weren't going. And then Ranya's like, fuck it, we're not going to lose it. So that night, I booked a truck for her for the next morning to pick up.
Did you see any cameras?
None.
Ah. Now they're conspiring to conceal it. Well, now she's basically is she an accessory at this point? I don't know. No, because it's already happened. What am I talking about? Well, I'm stupid. Arash slapped me. Just slap some sense into me. Anyway, I deserve it. Sorry, it's just been a very long day for me. Yeah, okay. No, so, yeah, he's trying to put together a story and telling her about it. Rookie mistake.
You don't think I didn't
tell
look?
people. Audio's
I think I didn't look. Here's the other thing.
Are there any neighbors?
Which,
Sorry, I'm not saying anything. Oh, Jesus. I'm not saying anything important anyway.
yeah, no.
No neighbors?
And you know what the other thing is? This is our third time at that place.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that place.
Mm-hmm.
There's no cameras. There's no surveillance.
Aaron, a $20 burger and beer is much better than a $3 one. Much better.
There's no monitoring. There's no staff. I know that because it's our third time there. So
What?
there's no staff. I know that because it's our third time there.
Oh, yeah, okay, so the place he's staying at, he's like, there's no staff, there's no cameras, no one would know. This is super incriminating. The problem is audio is actually very difficult to submit as evidence unless you have an expert to analyze the audio and you have testimony, but yes, I was there. Bah, it's very difficult. This is not great for him, though. Good God, that lighting is just... Anyway, it's fine. Radine, thank you. Can the police use these new truthful videos to charge JD with the plethora of rat bastard crap that Jeremy's got away with? It's funny you say that because I just said a thing. There's a delay, so you haven't... when you typed that, I hadn't gotten to that point. They could, yes. They would want the full unedited versions. They would get that if they needed it. I don't know that they're actually ever going to... They don't need to go after it. They got him for so many other charges. If these charges that they have right now don't stick, yes, I am sure they will go after this and be like, all right, we'll try again. We'll keep going. But, yeah. The audio stuff is actually fairly difficult, but not impossible. I don't think. I'm not an expert on how that would all be admitted in court, but I'm fairly certain I have it relatively correct on the difficulties of it.
So over the last 6-7 years, I mean, you know, if you would have asked me...
Is that where you went before I met you? You messaged me and you're like, yeah, I just got back from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before I met you, you messaged me and you're like, yeah.
You hear that? Like, she's not done talking, she starts talking again. Your voice won't do that. That's an audio edit.
I mean, you know, if you would have asked me...
Is that where you went before I met you? You messaged me and you're like, yeah, I just got back from North Carolina.
And that might just be... I don't know why she would have edited a part out if there's anything in there for context, but that's fine. Allie, thank you. Just because that is the best reason. We're going to wait. We're just going to putter around.
That's not a firearm, Sergeant. 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 Sergeant.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2018.
Yes, so I've always gone there. Bragg is only 4 hours from there. Yes, so I've always gone there. Bragg is only 4 hours from there.
I mean, that's still a distance. It's not exactly close. It's drivable. You can't get on Bragg, dude, unless someone sponsors you on. And even then, with all your sex offender and felon status, they're probably not going to let you on. I think they'd turn you away if they scanned your ID. I don't know. I believe he has been to Fort Bragg. We have, there's an interview, I think Master Sergeant retired, did it with a guy who's like, yeah, I helped him buy a uniform. I didn't realize he wasn't a soldier. He just like said he lost his ID card. That's a whole thing. But Geschmacke. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But Your Honor, that's not even my voice. It's probably exactly what would happen. Thank you so much. Marenchins, thank you so much. Good to have you here. No more white lights, motorcycles. No one going to bail him out. My friend's going to be there too. He's on the highway to jail. Oh yeah, no, Jeremy's just, it's the end of the road for him. I thought this was like winding down, and then Jennifer's like, no, hold my beer. Aaron, thank you. Black trash bags and thumbtacks will solve your problems with that pesky sun. Even the sun is the main reason we are alive. So ungrateful. That is a fair point. That's actually not a bad call.
It's a good, I know, but it's a good thing you didn't go to the base, because they would have had cameras everywhere.
And they never came by. The police never came by. Staff never came by. So
they'll never catch me.
Okay, so
he
ring
says as he's being
AT&T.
audio recorded.
And AT&T just doesn't give a fuck. And
yep. There's a cell phone.
What is Thrifty's police?
Who's Thrifty Police?
Thrifty Car Rental.
Oh, Thrifty. Yeah, that's a car rental in that area. I think I've actually rented from Thrifty in Florida. Maybe. I have.
You can give them GPS coordinates.
Did you give them your license? Oh, but it doesn't matter because you can say, well, I don't know. You can say, yeah, you rented it for her, but she's not the driver. Wasn't that your whole thing about Adrian?
That doesn't matter. Nobody cares about that shit. And they never asked where I was going.
It does matter.
Nothing.
Why would they ask where you're going?
I'll stop doing things.
But one of the things, though, that I have to say, though, is this kind of shit over and over does start to look like harassment.
Not when you're actually committing crimes, you idiot. We're giving one of those. It's not harassment when you're actually committing crimes. You're admitting to committing crimes right now. How dare the police investigate me? That's harassment. No, because you're actually committing crimes. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Well, stop doing stupid shit.
Thank you, Jennifer. The voice of reason.
People even commented on that. And it's
because they don't know everything yet.
That's the point is okay, even if, okay, how do you have a continuous warrant to be constant?
Gosh. Did you guys see that insurance fraud he pulled? Oh my God. Yeah. No, we're going to, I don't know how much, we're going to do a second video. I'm going to try to stream Sunday as well. We're going to talk about something. Because he has there's a lot of videos that are out now to analyze, especially that most recent one from today. Oh my God. I'm just going to be I'm bongoing this bad boy. But yeah. Oh no, it's nuts. His insurance takers may be pretty upset. And we will be discussing that.
You know, watching my phone.
Whoa.
What?
I'm just how much law enforcement agencies pay for access to AT&T's service, $77,000 to $1 million a year.
Of course.
The request is made to an AT&T employee who will mine the database and give law enforcement information, which includes phone metadata, such as call times, who was called, and the location of the subscriber's phone.
Yep.
We already know.
Yep, that all checks out. And they can also subpoena it. And just be like, hey, give it to us.
Phone metadata. Okay, so it said the coordinates where the phone call was made. So the phone metadata would be your phone number. When I send you a text to your phone number, it would say image downloaded or image sent to this phone number.
And then it would have essentially some coordinates triangulating between cell towers, which is how 911 figures out your location if you're calling from a cell phone. And it's not, pinpoint accurate, but it'll give you a general idea within 100, 200 feet. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Definitely tell you if you're in North Carolina.
Image received from this phone number. That kind of stuff. I saw that on the lines, on the screen lines.
Oh, you've been reading it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I sent pictures to Ranya's phone while I was there.
Playing with the light. Yeah, so you're screwed, my guy. No, he can be in a lot of trouble for this.
But why would you do that if she had your phone? Why would she send pictures to...
Because they were pictures of Amira. So she wanted them for her phone.
Okay.
We'll see.
That's...
And we do that all the time. She'll take pictures and send them to me, and I'll take pictures and I'll send them to her, even though we're right there together.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's nothing new.
You're loud when you're on top of it. Wow. We're good. Don't tell other people about your crimes.
This is so interesting.
It's so interesting. Let me make sure it's recording. Ugh.
One thing they will say, though, if they're smart, is why did you leave, Rania?
Because she didn't want to lose the money on the reservation.
No, why did you come back?
Also,
Why didn't you just stay there?
She's so desperate to have Rania leave. But that's a good question because they didn't use the entire rental. They came back early, or Jeremy did. So his story doesn't quite add up in that one regard. Like, why would Rania come back early? When Jeremy found out Osceola County Sheriff's Office was looking for him, he hurried back to Florida with Rania. Yeah, that checks out with the police statement, actually. Boop. Ooh, so funny. February 3rd, 2021 is the date on that. Let me just... Boom. See, I wasn't lying. Osceola County Sheriff's Office arrived at Jeremy's home before he made it back from North Carolina. Ah, okay. Good. Yes, got it. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, I do not like that. We could pretend it's not happening. Just because of the lighting change. And is this back to the video we saw? Lot of dead air. Yes. Okay. Similar, but not quite. Nobody's home. Looks like a package slipped. No barking dogs. That checks out. Also, if that package has been there for a couple days, that's going to be, evidence. Not like seizable evidence, but like, oh, he's not been here for a while at this door. Which is a technique for seeing if someone's home. Send them a package. If you think they're not going to be home for a while, and see how long it sits outside that door. You buy really cheap stuff, for like $1, come in a box. Fast forward, you say? Yep. There's a lot of... It's not even the cop knock. Cop knock is like solid minute. I love the cop knock. I've made some people very upset with the cop knock. They deserved it, though. It's not like that for a reason. Yep. And...
Going the first...
Like you said...
Storm hit. That's why Dylan and Taylor didn't go in the first place.
But why did Rania go then?
Because she didn't think the storm was going to hit. And then when she got there, the storm was really bad. That's why she was sending me pictures of the roadway.
He thought this through, sort of established his intent, right? Or establishes he knew what he was doing was wrong. It's going to hurt him quite a bit if this evidence is successfully admitted, if it is filed against him.
And then she came back the next day because it wouldn't stop. And she thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jennifer's not buying it. I love it.
All right.
Hey.
Christopher, thank you. You should probably show the picture of Ronnie in the back with the dogs. And if you check the ETA data on the pic and the location shows he left the state. Ah.
Mom said
not a bad theory.
It's plausible.
It's plausible. Okay. Love it. It's not
Here's
a bad
the thing.
story. It's not perfect.
If it's plausible and they don't have the evidence, it doesn't matter.
This is true. This is a beautiful statement. I hate that it's coming from him. If it's plausible and there's no evidence, even if it's a lie, right? Now we know because we have all this other stuff now. If it's plausible and there's no evidence to establish that it is a lie, police are going to have to stick with that until they get information to contradict it. This is why in the domestic situation with that video, I was like, look, it very well could be domestic. However, his story is plausible. And there's no evidence from this video that establishes that that story is not correct. Now we have evidence that does establish the story was fabricated. Now we've got something going, right? But, yeah. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Excellent point.
Because unless they have the evidence... I mean, we're going to have an evidential hearing. The judge already said, if you want to get it to here, you're going to have to supply more. He already said that.
Will they look at the web search?
Probably. What does that mean? If she's using my phone to Google
What did you look
the
at?
roadways,
What did you look at?
the roadways, the weather, and
Anything else?
Way out of that.
not really.
Okay.
Oh, where Starbucks was, where the grocery
Of
store
course he did. Of course he did.
was. That was it.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So you never use the internet for anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
That's crazy. Anyway, I don't know, babe.
I don't know either.
I don't know what you want to do.
We'll see. I play devil's game.
I played
better
a
win.
devil's game. You stupid. Oh my god. Anyway, that's that one. That's that one right there. You big dummy. Anyway, crimes. So many crimes. What else do we have? I don't even. All right, this one's relatively short. We're gonna do this, and then that's gonna be the end of the stream. And I'm gonna go eat because I'm very hungry. I'm a hungry boy. All right. This is entitled, "Do You Pull People Over?" I feel like I owe it to you because I spent so long trying to figure out that last video. Big dumb. All right, we start with when Jeremy and Jennifer met in 2018, she caught him in a few lies. A few lies. Yes, she did. And she reported it to the news and made up a bunch of allegations that may or may not be true. Some of them certainly were not. Jeremy told her it was all in her head. We are about to find out, I assume. That was what it would appear to be indicating. She decided to see if she was remembering incorrectly or if he was gaslighting her. Girl, he was gaslighting you. 100%. 100%. I should make that a shirt, Lynn. Someone remind me. I'm a big dumb. We're going to make that a shirt. I'm going to wear it on stream because I am a big dumb. All right. It says there were signs in his office and signs saying everything inside and outside of the office was recorded. I believe she is saying that to be like, look, I was allowed to record because, obviously everyone knew that they were going to be subject to recording in here and therefore my recording is totally fine. That is a very fair point. A very fair point. If that's what the point she's going for, well done. There are times I'm like, Jennifer, why are you being so stupid? But there are times, I don't want to underestimate her because she's not she's not an idiot. She does stupid things, but there are wheels turning in there. There's some very, very the inner machinations of her mind. I don't even but there's I wouldn't want to underestimate her. I really wouldn't. Thank you for being entertained by me, Ben Ewan. Or is it Ben Chewin? I don't even know. All right, this is the video recording from 2018, over a year before Jeremy's 2019 police impersonation arrest. Yeah. All right. So that was the timeline. You know how much I like timelines because I get all confused without them. Oh, let me hit that again.
What in the world? Oh, I'm still on the phone with you.
She's so giggly and I hate it.
I'm still on the... Okay.
I wouldn't mind the giggling if I liked her as a person, but I don't like her as a person, so I hate the giggling. I will admit that 100%.
Hey. Oh, you're working on the Tahoe.
Oh, this part. Oh, no. Don't say
So what's
Jeremy.
going on with you? At least have time.
Okay.
Edit. A lot of editing.
We shall see.
We shall.
Oh, sorry, Bear. Bruce Campbell can have my children. I would let him play me yes. Oh, he's great. Oh, I gotta watch Army of Darkness. I haven't watched that in a long time.
Oh, is that the car that you got from Miami? The Ford? It was one of those auctions, was it?
Yeah.
It was an auction? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was not.
What you been up to?
Nothing. I went to that lunch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was fine.
Food went into my body. Hooray.
Well, what was that for again?
Not that big of a deal. It's very quick in and out.
Demon.
Oh, so it was a quick meeting.
As I told you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay, so,
they-
I mean, her interrogation, a little amateur, but it's not bad. Honestly, her getting information from him kind of makes me feel bad because I had a super soft interview with the guy. Because I wanted to do feature interviews because, I had no rapport with the guy. And then I was like, oh, next one, we got to talk about your stolen valor, man. And he's like, nah, screw you. And he just, lost his mind. Because he knew I was able and willing to call him out on it, and he got real upset. And then he just stopped talking to me entirely. That was early days of all of my involvement. Good God, it's been so long.
That wasn't a date.
It's been a good time though.
It wasn't. I didn't go anywhere last night. I keep telling you that.
Hey, you did.
No, I didn't.
I was very concerned about where she was.
Later, and you never did.
No, I said. Didn't I say I would call you later?
Yeah, and you never called.
But you didn't call me either. The phone works both ways.
Right, but you were like, I could tell that you were going on a date.
No.
All right, I got to call Jennifer out on this, because if you say, I'll text you later, you don't then expect the other person to text first. It is now, because of what you've said, the onus, I feel like I'm using that right, is on you to then reinitiate the conversation. Be like, I will text you later, right? I don't know about you guys. That's how it works in my brain. I'm going to have to agree with Jeremy on this, because I can be reasonable and agree with people I do not like. Irish girl, thank you so much. Taking bombs apart. Yeah, that's what he's doing. We'll get to that.
No, I wasn't actually. I was very no. No.
I'll talk to you later.
No, I didn't go on a date.
She's obviously going on dates with
Where's
other people.
everyone?
Makes you wonder.
We just got done with work.
Oh, you guys did go. I asked you. I said, did you go to detail? And you didn't answer. They did. Is that your brother?
Hey, Dylan.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
Is that admitting to hooking? Saying like, oh, I was on, dates? That's not enough for me, unless there's something else coming up.
I said, have Corey call me. Yeah.
How do you know how to do this stuff?
God, I'm gonna get angry. I got angry just knowing it was coming. All right, guys, this is my last little plate I got, and you know it's breaking right me off. You know that's happening. All right. Just get some of the debris out of the way. I haven't cleaned up the last one because I've been away. Wait. Get the negative 37 on there. Now it's ready.
Dismantling bombs overseas.
Hold on. We're just going to get the full experience.
Yeah.
How do you know how to do this stuff?
Dismantling bombs overseas.
No, you don't! No, you don't know how to do this stuff because it's dismantling bombs overseas.
Sorry. What did you say? Dismantling bombs. You never told me that. You said you were like...
Yeah, because it never happened, lady.
Ops, but you never
Hold
said,
on.
like, dismantling bombs.
No, all right. He's claimed Ranger. He's claimed Special Forces. He's claimed all sorts of things. We've already established that his timeline does not... It doesn't work. He wouldn't have served for long enough to have been all the things he claimed to have been. It would have been impossible. Impossible, right? EOD school is something like 18 to 24 months long. EOD school being the school you'd go to dismantle bombs. Unless I am wrong, Special Forces does not get that training unless it's something super, super small. He was also, ladies and gentlemen, not in goddamn Special Forces. He was not. So, here's the deal. Any basic electronics wiring course is going to teach you how to install stuff into a vehicle. YouTube will teach you how to do it. Super simple. You don't even need to know what you're doing. Wire, works. Dismantling bombs. EOD school is one of the hardest schools, if not the hardest school in the United States Army. I've not been through it. There was no reason for me to go through it, but it is, I've been told by, good authority, that is one of the hardest schools in the Army. Jeremy is not smart enough to graduate from it, I promise you. And to be fair, he never says he graduates from it. Well, he implies it, because if he's doing that overseas, he's definitely gone through that school. Unless I'm wrong, the Special Forces has some bomb dismantling school, which I sincerely doubt. Any little wiring class is going to teach you how to do this stuff. And Jeremy doesn't even do it well. Apparently, his vehicles are all sorts of jacked up. Anyway. Regardless. No, he did not go through EOD school. No, he did not learn how to do this overseas unless he was a contractor, but he was not. That is also absurd because his business has existed. The timelines do not work at all. And he's implied that he was a military contractor, meaning he was basically like a mercenary, like Blackwater type thing. He never says he was. He lets the police who are interviewing him come to that conclusion and sort of leads them along that path. He's not. This is the stupidest. Okay, it's not the stupidest thing that's ever come out of his mouth, but this is par for it. Keep in mind, this is before all the attention, when he was actually actively spewing these lies all the time. So, of course, he's just going to throw it out there, be like, yeah, no one's going to check that, no one will know. But we do now, bud. And I want to be mad and be like, oh, yeah, like he's still doing it. No, this is years old. And I want to be like, oh, maybe he's changed since then, but we know he hasn't. Unless it's like in the last couple weeks where he's like, global plea maybe. My good God. Yeah, my blood pressure, it's fine. Oh, Bench Swan. Oh, okay. I was like, I hope I'm not like there's a first name in there, and I don't want to be like, all right, yes, got it, good, cool. All right, oh, bomb technician for the police. See, 2-week course online. Not EOD, not for deployment. But, all right, I'm calming down. I'm going to pop a riser if I don't calm down. United States Marine Corps EOD takes only enlisted E5s. I don't know what the Army takes. It might be fairly similar. It's very hard to get that school. Very, very hard. It's very hard to graduate because they don't like a lot of Army schools. They'll just like baby you through, fail a few things. Like, all right, cool. There's some schools where they don't do that. MPI school, the school, one of the schools I went through, which is Military Police Investigations. Yeah, if you fail, they'll let you retake it. You can only retake so many things. You can only fail so many times, of course. And there are other schools where, like air assault or airborne, there are things you do not get to fail. You have to get first time go. But those are 2-week courses. Basic training, AIT, you can fail so many times. It's insane. Like if you fail too many times, they'll just reset you back a couple weeks and have you go through it again. And they'll just shoop. It's nuts. But there are so many chances to fail in EOD school. And they don't play that game. Like if you can't dismantle a bomb, cool, get out of here. You're not smart enough to get it the first time because you get one shot at dismantling a bomb. That's it. You do not get multiple chances. So this is what I've heard. I can't confirm the information given about EOD school is completely accurate. This is what I've been told by other soldiers who either failed out. I do know a guy who did fail out of it. But anyway, he was trying to go, he was trying to be super high speed and it did not work for him. He's a great guy though. Super good guy. Oh my God. Anyway. Biology thing. I feel like Blue needs to go to Goodwill and buy out their plate and cup selection. That is exactly where I get my plates. It's great. Maybe it was GED school. Anyway, for those of you saying he couldn't have gone to the Army because of his felony, no, that's actually not true. The National Guard was willing to take him, even with his felony, but then he kept committing crimes before he actually signed the paperwork. And they're like, yeah, on second thought, no. There was the issue with the false passport, and then, of course, lewd and lascivious battery of the underage girl. What a douchebag, Jeremy. Ryan, thank you. B. Ryan S. I may have missed it, but who do you think is putting out the new videos under Metro State? I strongly believe it's Jennifer. Now, I haven't seen her click the upload button, but I'm fairly certain it's her.
Honey, I went on I told you I went on your YouTube page, right? Anyway, I went to your YouTube channel because I told you I was good on there.
Evidence. Now, this is a few years ago, so the evidence was not as good. But there was still stuff on there that was like, He was definitely not uploading all the bad stuff, which indicates that he knows when he's doing something wrong. But there was stuff that was still not what it should have been.
And, you have some, not nice comments.
No kidding. You have some not nice comments. Oh. Now, this is before RWP got a hold of this, I believe. Yeah, 2018 would have been before that. Right? Yeah, because this started late 2019? Question mark? God, I don't know. I feel like that's right.
Not horrible, but people don't like you. I guess they call you Officer D or something. You, I guess, pulled him over or something. He said you were wait, what did he say? Assholes on a power trip or something.
That checks out. There's
When
100%.
did that happen?
Yes.
Where
Look on the
was
YouTube. I looked at the ones with the most views.
Oh, RWP's first set was January 2020. So it wasn't late 2019. It was early 2020. That checks out. But I was close. Yeah, because I started late January, and it started to really pick up in March, February, March. Yeah, okay.
Babe.
Are those bagpipes in the back? Those are bagpipes in the back.
You don't see the comments?
I don't see comments in here.
Oh, look at the other. Hold on.
Why are they bagpipes? I mean, I love a good set of bagpipes. It's just, what? She's trying to get a rise out of him, get him to respond to it. She's looking for... She keeps bringing it up. Like, this is a weird thing to continue to bring up. But she's definitely... There's information she's fishing for here.
See? If you scroll all the way down.
Oh, that's 2 years ago.
But there's another video.
Okay. Try this one. Because I just fired a bunch of guys, and I'm scared.
I don't know if it was recent. I was just saying, like, maybe you should delete the comments.
I don't think you can you?
And that's where he learned to moderate his comment section.
There we go.
Which Jennifer also just figured out.
Okay, can
Blick says it's probably safe to say that Florida will let Jeremy walk. I don't think so. Because there's so much evidence. The Casey Anthony thing, I think, was a lack of evidence. But with Jeremy, there's no way a jury's not going to turn against him. There's no way. His only shot at this really is suppression of evidence. I just don't see that happening for a vast majority of it. I honestly think he is going to take that plea deal at this point. I wasn't sure in the beginning. I thought he wasn't. But at this point, it's certainly looking that way.
I say something?
But also, I kind of want him to go to trial to see all the stuff that comes out. You know.
I do want you to, like, stop pulling people over, though.
Oh, she's trying.
Yeah.
She says, I haven't pulled anyone over in a while. And we want to say, oh, that's a really incriminating statement. But in his mind, pulling someone over might just be like, hey, not like, he might not think of it as actually pulling someone over. Just like, hey, stop. Hey, get out of my funeral escort. Is that impersonation? Yes. Is it as incriminating of a statement as some people want it to be? Not necessarily.
What are you talking about? You just pulled somebody over like a week ago.
That was a week ago.
So a week ago, I pulled someone over. It's not a good statement from him, but it's not... There is a defense that can be mounted for that, for sure. B. Ryan, thank you so much. This is one vindictive person, Jennifer. She is calculating and dirty. She is. It's crazy. And she's not bad at it. To record things from early on in the relationship tells a story of someone that will blackmail and hurt you, her way or no way. Which is what I've been saying for so long. She's playing a game. She's been manipulating Jeremy. This is all... She's trying to control him for her own personal benefit. And she got in too deep, man. I've been saying that for so long.
Oh my god. I don't know. I just don't want you to, like, draw attention to yourself.
Oh, yeah. I don't want you to draw attention.
It's your job.
It's your job to draw attention? No, it's... No.
I get phone calls all the time.
People call you?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, probably because you're absolute trash at your job, which we'll see when I go over, not today, but when I go over the Jeremy in traffic doing his thing, which was uploaded today.
What they say?
Your officer did this, your officer did that, your officer did this, your officer did that.
Your officers don't pull people over, do they? Of course. Oh my god, I thought it was only you. They shouldn't be doing that.
It's horrible.
Is it legal? Yeah. I don't know.
Which is why I think that when he says, because he uses a lot of terms for other things that you wouldn't normally use those terms for. I think when he says, like, pull people over, he means like, hey, get out of my escort. I don't think it's as incriminating of a statement as we want it to be. It's a very bad look, but he could defend his statement there. He absolutely could.
If it wasn't legal, then we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, because that's stopped you ever. Oh my God. So many traffic infractions. You can't do that. He absolutely knows. And we'll go over that in the future. But Shannon, thank you so much. They both are playing games with each other. Is Jennifer still claiming to be pregnant? She hasn't made any new statements about it. Wait for it. Anytime. I'm going to keep talking. It's going to go off. But she has not said that she wasn't. Awkward pause. I'm gonna keep talking. It's gonna go off.
That's not a firearm, Sergeant. 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 Well, Sergeant.
Yeah, anyway. Aaron, thank you. This is almost like one of those Lifetime movies with the crazy person who woos and ends up blackmailing / killing the other person. And what's crazy about this is we're watching it happen live, right? Like, if I was watching this like, oh, this happened 5 years ago, I'd be a little less interested. We are participating in it, folks. It's nuts. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, he uses the terms officers. I hate that he uses the term officers, but he is allowed to use that term. It's not great. It definitely does not help him.
Were you trying to kill me? Because you know I was right there. That was fucked up. It was an accident. I don't know what happened to her.
She's got to run over, officer.
Oh my god. So you don't own this place, right? You just rent it out.
Just this part.
What do you own? Besides these cameras?
Everything.
Oh, she playing. She playing.
Own everything here but the building.
That's fair. Checks out, probably.
So how are you doing? Like, are you still playing nurse?
Of course.
Gotta bring up Rania. All right, when Jennifer met Jeremy, he said his wife Rania had a heart condition, and that was why he couldn't divorce her. Maybe don't cheat on her if she has a heart condition. Also, maybe don't cheat on her at all. She just
keeps fucking making up shit. Kind of the person. I'm a bad person for that.
For what?
For that. Because I'm a strong believer that if you're not bleeding and you're not in a coma, you shouldn't be in a hospital.
I'm a strong believer that if you're not bleeding, you're not in a coma, you shouldn't be in the hospital. That is stupid. That is so stupid. There are plenty of reasons that you need to go to the hospital if you're not bleeding or in a coma. Hold on, something will come to me. I had something. Pneumonia. Right? I've had pneumonia a few times. Great reason to go to the hospital. Get your, fluids back up. Various diseases. Concussion without a coma, broken bones without, any rupture or fractured. We'll go fractured bone. There are plenty of reasons to go to the hospital. Stupid. Get out of here. Now, I don't like hospitals. I don't like going to the hospital. I avoid them when possible, and I really shouldn't. There are plenty of things that I have put off that I should not have, and there are good stories there. I'll tell you that sometime, maybe. But
is that what you told her? No way. But you said she was having a heart attack. I don't understand.
Oh, well, that all day. Yeah.
You should go to the hospital if you're having a heart
Oh,
attack.
I'm like, what is she supposed to do?
That right there, I responded as fast as I could.
Yeah. But you think after that she should go to work?
I don't know. I almost want to say deal with it because it's not a heart attack. It's a heart murmur. So.
First of all, heart murmur is a normal sort of flow of blood through the heart. And it's not, there are good ones and there are bad ones. There are terms for it I don't remember. Normal healthy people can get heart murmurs, no problem. It's just like, the blood sort of like whoosh, weirdly. People with heart disease are more likely to have them, or, it could be signs of something bad. But, yeah, heart murmur isn't necessarily a bad thing. If she doesn't have a heart disease, it could be indicative of something, but so could an actual heart attack. So
everybody, there's
yeah. Oh yeah, good point. That light.
It's not a heart attack. It's a heart murmur. I don't know. I almost as fast as I could.
Yeah.
That's a red light. Is it? I think that's amber.
Thousands of people that.
But it looks. I mean, looking directly at the light, it looks amber. Around it, it looks red. And maybe that's just the phone, and maybe that's just my eyeballs. I don't know.
Like the arm, what is it called?
AFib. That sounds right. I know that term. Doesn't matter.
Reserve. Yes.
I was once upon a time in the Army.
No, you weren't. Hold on, what did you say about reserves? Sorry.
Reserve. Yes. like the armed, what is it called?
Reserves.
Reserve.
National Guard.
Yes.
I was once upon a time in the Army. Now
No, you weren't. Still leftover piece. All right. Anyway, no, you weren't.
I'm undesirable.
Hey, H. Ace. Hey, how's it going? Good to have you here. Recovering from knee replacement. Damn, son. That's no joke. You're a hell of a lot more fun than even Percocet. Thanks for making me laugh with your videos on JD. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I feel like I'm a little less energetic. Like, I'm energetic in bursts today. But, again, it's been a long day. But I'm glad you guys are here. I'm having a lot of fun getting back in the old saddle. Atrial fibrillation. Yes. Yes, that is fair. All right. Jeremy says it's considered undesirable because he's injured and I can't go back in any way, shape, or form, says Jeremy. No, you are a felon. You are sex offenders. That's why they won't take you. You were never injured in the Army. Get your head out of your own ass and stop disrespecting the people that you just do terrible salutes to as they drive by. You will never be that person. But at least you give some goddamn respect when you salute them. How about that, champ? Why don't we give that a try? Well, nah, you know, I don't. No, don't give them the respect. They don't. What respect? Who are you? Why would any of them want to ever be associated with you? Anyone who associates with you, anyone in the military, please, because they made a mistake. And if they ever hired you for your funeral, it's because their family made a mistake. You disgust me when you talk. I mean, for a lot of reasons, but your military claims. I am amazed that you live with yourself, knowing that you make those claims like it's nothing, knowing that's not true, and knowing the disrespect that you are just oozing when you talk about this. And the fact that you don't come public and say, I'm so sorry, I just wasn't thinking, and you defend it or ignore it, or make fun of people who call you out for it. I'm not saying you deserve anything for it, other than maybe a criminal investigation. But I don't feel bad for you that this investigation is happening. I'll tell you that. I don't feel bad that you're probably facing a significant time in prison. I really don't. That's how I feel.
In any way, shape, or form.
B. Ryan, thank you. It appears all this legal trouble started after she entered, almost like she was undercover feeding info to the authorities. Thoughts? I don't think. I mean, I think she gave me information, but I don't think like she was put there by the authorities. I think she was playing a game for her own personal benefit. With her record, her history, there's no way police recruited her. I just can't see it happening. There are other people that could have been more easily recruited and put in there.
Yeah.
Once they medically discharged. Plus
You weren't.
everything else.
You can't be discharged from something you never were.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
but
why
in
I'm
the
feeling, Greg.
But in the reserves, you don't actually go to war, so.
Yes, you do. In fact, in some places, the reserves and the National Guard deploy more than active duty does. I have done more for the Army outside of a military base with the National Guard than I did active duty. I've responded. I was at Washington, D.C. for the inauguration. I was protecting that. And by protecting, I mean, QRF, waiting in a hotel room with my gear, ready to charge out and pull some flank maneuvers, some Battle Drill 1 alphas. Those of you in the military might know what I'm talking about. I've done COVID response. I've done all sorts of things. As active duty, they never were like, hey, we got a mission for you. I never deployed. I tried to, and they wouldn't deploy me. But the National Guard gets deployed all the time. It's nuts. And some active duty units do as well. But National Guard and Reserves deploy all the time. But she wouldn't know that. So I'll give her the benefit of that one.
Sure
You do?
This war in Vietnam and World War II.
Hey, Lisa, say hi to your dad for me, if that's possible. I don't want to be like, go visit his grave. Don't tell me he's dead.
Some of the busiest, most utilized reserve wars.
Hold on.
Some of the this war and
Actually go to war, so.
Yeah, we gotta give him a bunch of buttons. I'm sorry.
You do?
This war in Vietnam and World War II.
This war, National Guard. Yeah, National Guard has been heavily utilized in the war in the Middle East. However, for him to say, oh yeah, the National Guard and the reserves were like the most heavily utilized in World War II and Vietnam. There was a draft for both of those wars? They were pulling civilians off the street, guy. Of course they used the National Guard and the reserves. We just think, oh, we're just going to let them sit here. Okay. Hey, you, sir, your number's up. Come ship out to Vietnam. You know, get killed in a jungle somewhere. Yeah, obviously they were heavily used, you idiot. You got another one of those for that. Come on.
Some of the busiest, most utilized.
Hey, he's still around. Hey, yeah. Hey, tell him hi for me.
Reserve wars ever.
I heard Trump was bringing some troops home. I saw that on the news this morning.
Excuse me.
You were in uniform today?
No,
I thought you didn't.
I didn't wear a uniform. I said I'm in a uniform every day. I said that.
I think it's talking about police uniform, not military uniform. I hope so. Linda Live, thank you so much. Please buy some more cups and plates on.
That's not a firearm, Sergeant. 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 Sergeant.
Sergeant. I will do that. For other proud military family members out there, your dad was a POW Army soldier from World War II. Damn. Well, that must have been brutal. Thank you so much. I will buy more plates.
I mean, do you feel like it's like the same as being a cop since you get to like wear a badge and a gun and like pull people over? Like, don't you feel like it's the same?
To a small degree.
That is fair, though. To a small degree, it is similar to being a cop because he, rides a bike. He has lights. He has a uniform and a badge. He has some authority in traffic situations that is limited to being in the procession and continuing through traffic intersection, and he abuses that significantly all the time. We will discuss that in the near future, probably on Sunday, maybe. But yeah, to a small degree, it is kind of like being a cop. To a very, very, very small degree. I'm going to give him that one.
Should I step back? You do care about my safety, right? You tell me to step back.
What just happened? Stream just disconnected. I don't know if you guys saw all that. I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep talking and see if it says, any of you say that. The only undercover work Jennifer will ever do is in some cheap motel, says Max and I. That's a solid joke. Yeah, she's undercovers. All right. Anyway. We're going to keep going.
I needed to.
Got like 3 minutes left.
You needed to?
Yes.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? What does that mean? Can I see your office?
Wait, history and horseplaying. It's not illegal to lie to police even if detained or arrested? What state were you in? Oh, interesting.
What?
You want to give me a tour?
Nobody brags about being in the Guard. You're not wrong.
Have you seen all of them?
No. Oh, I do remember this.
I don't, Amy.
I remember that. These are the little microphones. This is you?
No, I don't keep
Go
this
that
up.
big shit.
I keep everything.
Wow.
So it's a mess right now because I've been just working on the cars and stuff. This is where they
So
fell.
everybody has bulletproof vests?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which a lot of people were, when that information came out, like, bulletproof vest. He's not allowed to own a bulletproof vest. He is. He's not allowed to purchase them. Now, Jeff, police can and do legally lie all the time in interrogation. That is true. Now, I did interrogations. It is very limited on what those lies can be. I cannot compel someone to make a false statement. I can't lie to them about the legal process or their rights. I can't make promises. For the most part, I can't fake substantial evidence. That one, there are circumstances where I definitely can pretend I have evidence I don't have, but I have to be very careful because if I do it too much, the defense can be like, oh, of course, yeah, he thought that was real. And of course, he agreed to a plea deal. Otherwise, he thought that he was going to be falsely imprisoned, couldn't do anything about it. There are certainly limits, but I can give little lies As I'm sure many of you who work law enforcement are aware, there is 100% a limit to what my lies are. And the lies are basically things that an innocent person would know to be false or a guilty person would believe to be true. And that's why it's allowed. But there are very strict left and right limits on that. I see a lot of First Amendment auditors confused about that, which is why I bring it up. Oh, yeah. So the flags, we've already talked about this. We've got this stupid thing, which he probably bought at a yard sale. What is the Army flag? Which one was this? This wasn't California one. I remember which one. Was it Los Angeles? I think it was the Los Angeles something, or I don't even know anymore. It just, yeah.
Wow, Jeff.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Hey, this stuff is amazing.
What?
Wow. This is the gun bit.
Like, I
yeah.
can't believe all the stuff that you have.
Poof.
Well, it's over time. We've accumulated so much.
And these are
LAPD flag. That
vests,
sounds right.
though.
No. Everyone takes those home and wears them.
Those are like vests, aren't they?
Sorry.
I don't know. I can't.
These, yeah, that is.
Okay. I don't know. I can't tell.
So.
Wow.
Some questions. Is she secretly filming? I don't know that she's secret. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point because it is all like everything's audio and video recorded. But she's not like in his face. But I think he knows. I think he might suspect that she's recording.
It's really nice.
It's a mess. Everything's a mess.
No, it looks pretty organized for.
I mean, it's got a general idea, but it's not clean. Not organized.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going through some comments.
But
Your hands are dirty.
Full of paws. Cool. Oh, this, yeah. Duty belt. Gun. So, you know what? No, we're going to hold off on my comment. Some kind of wonderful thank you. Before the devil goes to sleep at night, he checks under the bed to make sure Jennifer is there. A lot of stuff on that belt. Kind of looks like he's got some magazines for that gun, huh? I assume they're empty. Why would you need magazines? Why would you need handcuffs? Why would you need half the stuff? You don't. It's all for the look, ladies and gentlemen.
Aw. It's brand new?
yeah.
Thank you, baby. Alright, baby. Go ahead and leave now. Honey.
Establishing they've been hooking up for a long time. Baby, honey, all that. Ugh.
Okay.
Pez dispensers.
That's not
Spicy
your gun.
Pez dispensers.
That's not your gun, is it?
Yeah.
It's a gun.
That's your gun?
Ah.
Honey, don't. I'm scared.
Oh! She actually does kind of sound a little concerned. I mean, she might be afraid of who he is as a person. I would be. I think she legitimately thinks that's a real gun. I don't think it is a real gun, but it looks like a real gun. I could not distinguish that from a real gun from that distance. I don't think so. And that's intentional. But a multi-tool in the mag holder when he got arrested, I wouldn't be surprised. But Jennifer told police, like, yeah, he's got a real gun. You know, he's smuggling guns. He's doing all this stuff. I believe this is where that comes from because he tells her it is a gun. He never clarifies that we know of. Maybe he does and it's just edited out. But he never clarifies. So it would be reasonable for her to believe that he has actual firearm on him. And guns in the office.
What is that?
It's a flashlight laser.
That's a gun?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a gun. He's trying to impress people. Oh, it doesn't matter. Ha ha. It'll never come back to bite me. Oh, but it did. So we're giving him one of those for being dumb.
I thought it was like a
It's a big dummy.
What's that thing called? Not
Big
a flare
dumb.
gun. What is it called?
Oh, God.
Taser?
No, because I know they're bigger than that. Wow. Do all the guys have?
Bench
Honey,
one? Yes.
This place
Same.
makes me nervous. I want to go.
I want to go.
Makes me nervous.
You having a gun, you sexual predator, you, makes me nervous, as it should. But not a real gun. We assume. We believe.
I wasn't dirty.
Stop.
I know.
Stop it.
I know.
Gross.
I know you were.
Blech. All right, we're just no. Just stop it. All right. That's it. That's the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow, I'm very loud. Sorry, my ears, headphones, you know how it is. Anyway, yeah, that's, me going through those videos and talking about them like a crazy person who doesn't know what they're doing. Thanks, guys, for sticking around for it. I know it's not my most organized stream, but some of you like these, so I keep doing them. Anyway, it's a fun thing. Questions before I get out of here and make myself some foods. I'm glad I'm back too, Evie. It's good to be back. And I'm going to have a bunch of really fun videos coming up. And, of course, the Green River Killer stuff, I'm hoping to start filming in July. So, we're going to look forward to that. I'm waiting to hear back from some people. But, I mean, no matter what happens, it's going to be a good time. So, that is that. Metro State Airlines spoof video. I'm going to have to look for that because that sounds hilarious. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds good. But yeah. What have I been up to? What's going on in my life? Oh, I just got out of a sticky situation with an individual who was threatening the safety of me and other people who I knew, and I got rid of them, and they tried to sue me, or they threatened to sue me for a bunch of stupid stuff. And I was like, come at me, bro, and then they didn't come at me, bro. And so now I have a lot more time in my life. But remember when I was like, oh, everything's just nuts right now? That was basically it. And over time, I will give more information on that. But, good God. What do I think about other channels telling people to send these videos to the judge? The judge's not going to care. The judge isn't going to watch them. You want to send it to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor is also not going to care. What you should do is send it to someone in law enforcement in that area and be like, hey, have you guys seen this? And I assure you they have. So don't send them the videos. They've definitely seen them. I mean, not that they're telling me that, but, like, there's no way. There's no way that, like, Sergeant Vidler doing desk duty isn't watching these videos as he's, like, typing up stuff. There's no way. Come on, son. What are my thoughts on stalkers in general? What do you think motivates them? Oh, man, a lot of stuff motivates stalkers. That's a whole conversation right there. Could be thrill of the chase. Could be the person. A lot of stalkers don't even realize they're stalking. There's like, oh, but I love this person. They love me. Like, but they don't, right? Or, there's an end goal and they're stalking to accomplish it. There are a lot of reasons. Stalking is actually a very interesting sort of psychological phenomenon when it comes to the actual stalkers themselves. But I'm no expert in all of that. But I've read up on it. I find criminal psychology very, very fascinating. But there are plenty of reasons. It's nuts. I mostly have focused on the the turning point when they become violent and what causes that and the psychology behind that. But the whole thing is just stalkers. Ha! How to spot a stalker in detail. I've been wanting to do a surveillance and counter surveillance video. From what I do professionally now. What about the sheriff ordering cops to back off? That I've had info on that for like over a year. Oh yeah, well over a year now. And I just I got to be real careful about that because I'm making allegations about very real, very powerful people. Don't want to do it. I've had information on that. Nothing that ties it all together in a nice bow, but certainly some concerning stuff. There's like one piece of information that I want that I don't think I'll ever be able to get, and it is a series of communications that I believe exist. But I don't know if it does. But I don't think I'll ever get them. If I did, it would be an incredible story. But thank you, HAs, for the donation. Let's see. Will they get any more charges? I don't think so. They could. I mean, he's already facing 100 years in prison, potentially. I think they're going to be fine. Just be like, well, hold off. If this case doesn't go well, we'll file the new stuff. Because they have enough to file new stuff, for sure. They can afford to hold off on it, though. Alan C., federal law, yeah, no, he can have a vest. He cannot purchase a vest. He can possess a vest. Let me look that up real quick. USC. I don't think he can have one on federal property. But where was that? 931. Purchase, ownership, possession of a violent felon. He hasn't really been convicted of any violent felonies. Yeah, He hasn't been convicted of a violent felony. And that is why he's still allowed to have it. You might say, well, the lewd and lascivious battery wasn't a violent... technically, that wasn't violent. That was more of a statutory situation, I believe. Let me see. Max, is it true that Jeremy is a 12th and black belt in Bushido? I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, man. Am I still working on my side projects? All the time. This is my side project. No, of course I am. Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of fun stuff coming up. I'm hoping to record a bunch of videos tomorrow, and I'll edit them and start releasing them. It'll be a great time. It'll not be Jeremy related, which I'm very excited about. I'm ready. Like, there are these new channels like, oh yeah, let's get involved in Jeremy. Like, first of all, you're a little late. I mean, go for it. I'm ready for it to end. I really am. It's been a very, very fun ride. I'm so glad I got to meet all of you because of it. But at the same time, just like, it would be difficult to surprise me now. There's just so much. It's just so long. I'm ready for it to be done. Will I be doing the stream for the car accident? Yes. Sunday. I'm going to do another stream. And we're going to see how that works out. Oh, nail gun. I thought it was an actual gun. But anyway. No, yeah. People are like, well, if you did this, you'd have more subscribers. I don't want more subscribers right now. I'm going to, like, yeah, at some point I will. But I like the group I got. You guys are great. I'm very happy. I'm not trying to be a huge YouTube channel at the moment. And sometime in the future, sure. But I'm pretty okay with this. You know? What time Sunday? I'm thinking early, like maybe 3-ish on my time, which would be 6 East Coast. Mountain's going to be 5. Central is 4. Do I have that right? I'm going to try for 3. We're going to see what my schedule is. I'll try to put something out Saturday night or Sunday morning. But I'm going to try to do it a little earlier than usual because I will be at home for most of the day, I hope. I have an introduction song. Maybe I will. You don't know. 5 Central. Oh, is Mountain... Do I have Mountain Central backwards? I don't know. I don't know how it works. If you say DeWitt 3 times, Mary appears. Haha! Terrifying. All right. All right. Now, ladies. Yeah? I'm your neighbor. Let me some sugar. Anyway. It's fine. All right. I feel like that's it. I feel like I'm tapped out. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for those of you who donated. You're incredible. For those of you who didn't donate, you're also incredible for just being here. I will buy the plates, and I believe someone bought me a burger and beer, and heck yeah. And then the rest of it's probably going to be used to fund the old Green River stuff, because I definitely need some bribe money. Not for like police or anything, but like the owner of the house that he lived in, kind of want to pay him to like, hey, talk. There's a woman who's still engaged in prostitution who escaped, who I've tracked down. I want to be like, hey, here's some money, talk. But only talk. That's all. That's all I'm paying you for. Stop it. Hey, close back on. No, anyway. So, that's what that's going to be going towards, the old Green River Killer Fund. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been a phenomenal time. I'm glad to be back. It was a lovely vacation, but I missed you. I missed this. So it's going to keep happening. And until the next time, be good, stay safe. And somewhere over here is the button to end the stream. All right, I'm going to pause so that I don't just end in the middle or just be frozen for a second. Wink. Making this stupid face.